It's your boy Smith with the JasmineBrand.com. I have the beautiful KeKe Palmer here. You're looking pretty fly today.
Thank you so much. So are you?
How did it feel for announcing the nominations?
Oh, it felt good. I was really excited to be up there with David. He's such a great actor as well. Loved him in Planet of the Apes and The Butler. So it was fun up there. And then I ended up being nominated myself. So that was a pretty cool treat as well.
One thing that we get the pleasure of knowing you through the movies, but also through social media.
Yes.
Now, do you know recently that Ciara posted an open letter venting about how negative blogs and how sometimes how they need to focus on more positive things with our kids. So what would you say?
But I totally agree with that.
Totally agree with that.
You know, I think in the world, the way that the world works, you have to have negative in order to appreciate the positive. At the same time, I think, you know, we don't have enough of the positive. It's such a hard balance, and especially within the African American community, when we get things, we work so hard to promote them, and then next thing you know, it ends up. A lot of times, what happens, I feel like, the more popular it gets, a lot of times people start trying to put negative into it. You know what I mean? It's like, in order to keep the excitement, they feel like being positive is not being cool enough, or they feel like being positive is not getting enough of the numbers. So it's like, first they start out positive, and then once they get more numbers, they feel like they have to go negative in order to keep it.
I usually say people would like to believe the fantasy of a lie rather than have the truth show up, because when the truth show up, now everything is boring.
Right, and I think within the African American community, because we don't have a lot of those big sites, when we get them, it's like, well, it would be nice if they were like, you know, I'll just use media tech out. For that to be such a huge thing, it could do a lot of good.
Yes, it could.
You know what I mean? It could do a lot of good, and it's like, it's unfortunate that that's one of our biggest, you know, black media sites, and it's spreading the most lies and the most hate that I've ever seen in my life. And it's like, that's what I mean is unfortunate, because once we get one, we should support each other. When we get something going and something cooking, we should be lifting each other up, holding each other's hand. And it seems like the moment that we get one, it's like tearing us down. And so I understand what she means by that. It's like, damn, we finally got something that's good, and it's like, why are you attacking me?
Right. And speaking of attacking you, I saw recently, which one thing I love about you is that you will speak up for yourself. Now tell me about this Vine video. I saw you set it straight. You set it straight.
And that's the thing I always try to tell people. You know, people try to tell you all the time. My thing is, I like to always use myself as an example. I've realized at a young age, okay, I have a platform because people know me because of my work. Let me use it for a good thing.
Absolutely.
And I never want young girls to think that is okay. Now, every now and then, there's some things you can throw over your shoulder. But for that was too much, and I've done too much good in my life to deserve that type of thing. Everything that I do, I always think about the young women that are like me out there, that want to be heard, that want to be seen, that want more positivity, that want more things that are to feed their mind. And then to come back and see my own people trying to take me down like that, it kills my heart, because it's like everything I do for us.
Right.
And anytime you see Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye West, any type of young black person doing good, that's motivation for everybody else.
Right.
Anytime, it's motivation. So
use that fuel to push you forward.
That's what I did.
I'm not a weight. I'm pushing you forward.
With Kyla Pratt, with Sanaa Lathan, with Gabrielle Union, all of those were unconscious examples of to what I could be and what I could do. So it just kills me when, you know, it just killed me, because I felt like, why? What did I do to deserve that? All I did was take a picture with a fan, and now you turn it into something terrible. I didn't understand it. I literally was at a loss, but I did want to set the example that it's okay to stand up for yourself.
That's it.
It's okay to stand up for yourself. I don't give a damn about being no celebrity. At the end of the day, this is not right. It's not right for you to do this to me, and I won't allow it. I won't allow it. I won't.
I love it. So let me talk to you a little bit about Jackie.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Come on, girl. Brotherly Love coming out 2014.
So excited.
So look, tell me about Jackie, because I know you was feeling that character right there.
Totally feeling the character. So I've always wanted to do a coming of age movie, especially within the black community. I feel like we needed a new one. You know, I feel like only ones we got The Wood, we got Love It Basketball, we got, you know, High Learning, but those are all from generations way before
90s,
me. Yeah, so I was like, I want to start up them again. Like, we need to get some young, upcoming, you know, more talent. You know, I want to see more young black people coming up and doing this type of thing. So I heard about this movie through Queen Latifah's company. I've been working with Queen since I was a kid, and they reached out to me about this movie, and I was completely and utterly excited, because this is just the type of vehicle that I was looking for. It's about a young girl, it's an ensemble piece. It's about 3 siblings and just their lives in which their lives transform. My character has like a storyline, kind of like West Side Story, with Quincy Brown, and he plays his character. I just forgot his character's name, but anyway, it's Quincy and we pretty much have like a West Side Story type of, you know, aspect of the script, and including, you know, the gang aspect, all that type of stuff involved. So the movie's kind of like, it's like hard to really explain without telling you everything. Yeah. But it's definitely one of those love story, street edge type of films. But it has a lot of heart.
It's gonna be dope.
Oh my gosh,
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so excited.
Let me ask you one last question.
Please.
One last question. Okay, now I know you don't talk a whole lot about your boyfriend. What's your last boyfriend? What was one of the main lessons that you learned from that particular relationship?
To always keep, you know, I think as a young person, we always get so caught up in our relationships and things like that we end up forgetting that this is a time for us to learn ourselves. And what I really loved about Beyonce's new album, especially the Flawless song, when she put that Maya Angelou quote in there, because it really let young women know, you know, men are allowed to experience life in a way that women are not allowed to. Because of I mean, from the time we're kids, we're immediately supposed to be trying to get married. We're immediately supposed to be trying to get, you know, be married, to have kids. Like, everything is so cookie cutter for us, and we're not allowed to really experience life in the way that men are. And so I really appreciated her for that song, and I appreciated my last relationship for letting me know, KeKe, you don't have to be perfect, and it's important for you to have your own identity. And sometimes that means you have to go and you have to experience things, and you can't be afraid of that. Live your life and stop trying to be perfect, and be willing to make mistakes, because that's what God wants you to do in order to find your way back to Him.
Which is funny. That's the whole theme of that album. That whole album she just dropped. She's like, look, I don't care.
And you know what Beyonce said? Beyonce said, yes, I did try to be perfect in life. Yes. I did try to stop making mistakes, but what you didn't know is I've lived, and now I'm willing to share that with you.
Come on.
She did, I was like, yes, B, because I know that story.
Yes.
I know that story too. So to see Beyonce do that, it's a huge. She knows, but it's just a huge example to young women everywhere to just be you, to not be afraid. Yes, I do. Yes, I did. And then, you know what? I'm living and I'm happy and I'm drunk of love.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just like a good time.
I hear that.
I was really just blown away and so impressed with that, and all the clips that she put in when she was young. Like, everybody try to hold you down, but the sky is the limit for you. It's what you believe, and Beyonce believed, therefore she is.
Yes. You preaching today. But it's your boy Smith with the Jasmine brand.